have about 900 acres, and about 300 acres is in our rotational grazing system. There's about 100 that we would like to fence in so we can add to our pastures. We have about 380 buffalo right now, or bisons. Buffalo or bison is the same critter. There are two types of bison. There's the plains bison, and then there is the woods bison. The woods bison are primarily from Canada. They tend to be a little bit taller, a little bit narrower, and the plains bison tend to be more short and stocky. The scientific term is bison, but we use bison and buffalo interchangeably because most people are familiar with the term buffalo, so we kind of go back and forth. The herd that we're going into today is our older herd. We've got some older gals out there that really love their treats, and so they'll see us as the treat mobile, and they'll come running up, but there's nothing to be scared of. They're pretty gentle animals as long as we stay in the truck, but you know, they are wild animals. We don't ever get down into the herd and walk around unless we're next to a vehicle or right next to the fence so we can bail if they decide they want to come after us. There are some that know us pretty well and will come up out of curiosity, you know, to get treats or whatever, but even the ones that we feel comfortable with, we still don't get down unless get down on the ground unless we are right next to the vehicle. Because there have been times when, well, Percy, for instance, the other day, we were servicing their feeder out of the back of the truck, and Drew moved to get the mineral, and her calf was right there, and she felt threatened, and she kind of jumped at him. So you always have to be right on top of what's going on. You always have to be very aware of where you are and where the animals are. We actually have three separate herds. We have our two breed herds and our bull herd. And you can kind of see that's our young herd way off there in the distance. So we've got 5 breed bulls in this particular herd. 3 of them that are about 2,000 pounds apiece. And then there are 2 of them that are a little bit younger. They're up and comings basically, and they are really big, and we expect them to be probably 2,500 pound bulls. The cows on average maybe 1,100 pounds, and the calves right now that were born in May and June are maybe 150, 200. There might be a couple out there even 250. We had 100 calves this year. They're about 50 pounds when they're born. They grow pretty quickly. They have to be really strong when they're first born. They have to be able to stand up right away and be able to join the herd, because back, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, as a roaming creature, the cow would have a calf and then she would want to get up and stay with the herd. So the calves have to be able to get right up and run along with them. So they're pretty strong animals.
How do you tell the bulls?
Well, there's obvious things, but they have much bigger heads, and their horn shape is different. If you look at them side by side, they just look so much different than the cows. Some of our cows don't have horns. When my mom first started raising bison, a lot of people dehorn for safety reasons, and she just decided that she wasn't going to do that anymore. And so any of the gals out here that don't have horns are between 12 and 18 years old. This is Sweetie. She came from Custer State Park. She came from a wild herd. She was wild, and she was kind of not aggressive, but she just definitely was not a real nice girl. And then she decided that that corn looks like it might be pretty tasty. And then she started coming up for corn, and we just started calling her Sweetie. Oh, here comes Noble. He's our other breed bull, Noble 9. This one is Sugar. We actually named her after we named her calf, because we named her calf Cinnamon because she was more of a reddish brown color. We named Mama Sugar, and then her heifer calf this year is Toast. So we have Sugar,
Toast.
Cinnamon, Toast. Oh God, no more. No more.
The international symbol for
Okay.
no more treats.
At this point, it's just Drew and me. We're trying to become sustainable. We're getting close.
Do you butcher the animals here?
Yes, we do. We have a Lakota medicine man that comes. We do a prayer and a ceremony for each one. It's through them that we're able to live. And it's through their giving up their life that the herds continue. They're not pets. If the herd just keeps growing and growing, then we have to keep feeding them, and we don't have enough property, and we don't have enough hay, enough money to pay for hay. So, plus with the meat sales, that's one of the things that helps us keep going. We had a couple of bulls that we had sorted out for butcher, and there was this one that just kept running and running and running and running around and around. 3 prior times for butcher, he had managed to escape. So we finally had him in the pen, and he would not stop running. And we'd already shot one, and so time was of essence, because we needed to get it to the processor. So we were kind of watching the clock, and I just went, you know what? This isn't going to happen. So I just said, nope, we're done. And as soon as I said that, he stopped running, because the gun went down and he stopped running. And so we decided that he earned himself breed bull status, because he was a pretty dynamic guy, and he's actually over in the other herd. And I asked, Bob is his name, I asked him to take the honor of naming him. So he named him Thunderheart. The Lakota way is Shante Waikion is his name. And what is so amazing is that he comes up to the truck and he eats corn and cucumbers and apples. He loves tomatoes. He's just become a really remarkable bull. And so that's something that makes us different, I think, in that it wasn't about, hey, we need meat, so this guy's going down no matter what. It was, no, you know what, there's something different about this guy, and so he's gonna stay, and he's turning out to be very remarkable. So yeah, he's Thunderheart.